Is if you're in love with somebody or you really care about somebody, but that person isn't available, it's not the end of the world. It's not, okay? It's really not. Um, I have a few tips and advice. And what is up? Welcome to Dr. Centeo. I'm just making this video out for all my lovebirds out there, about the ones that either met their twin flame or the ones that are still in love with a person, that they're not that separated. You know, let's talk about that. Let's have a conversation about this right now. There's this person that, you know, we haven't talked for years, we haven't really been connected or whatever the case is, you know. I'm crazy, by the way. Like, I literally thought when COVID hit that the world was actually gonna end. Like, I'm like, oh no, the world's gonna end. So I drove all the way to his state, his home state, which just is right next to my state. But the fact is that I drove from another state to go see this person. And I gotta tell you the truth, I didn't know if he was gonna get married or not, because I guess, you know, social media or people, friends, whatever the case is, he was gonna get married, or he is married. I'm really not sure where this man's mind is at. I thought the world was gonna end, and I'm like, all right, I gotta drive to go see him because this is my man. But, you know, one time I reached out to him, and his fiance, I think, you know, messaged me. And I guess where I'm trying to get at is, like, I'm not like a home wrecker on purpose, right? Like, I don't intentionally try to, like, I wouldn't try to like sabotage or destroy his relationship, or anything like that, because in the end of the day, we're adults and we pick and choose the relationships that we want to be in, and we allow them to happen or we reject them as well. I love this person so much, and I'm glad we're not together right now, because honestly, the idea of growing with him doesn't seem reasonable. I feel like we are so far apart from each other in our lifestyles and the way we approach life that we are not good for each other in for the best, highest good. So what I'm trying to say is, regardless if he stays married to this person or goes through with it, whatever the case is, that's his decision, and I support him because my love is real pure, and I wouldn't want him to break something off for me, you know, if that makes sense. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're in love with somebody or you really care about somebody, but that person isn't available, it's not the end of the world. It's not, okay? It's really not. I have a few tips and advice, and it might be hard, but I think it's worth listening to. It's worth listening to. And the three advice I have for you is: one, continue on working on yourself. And it's okay to date other people, even if your heart's taken, because relationships are not just about building a family and, you know, being with your happily ever after, right? Relationships have so much more to offer. They have a different perspective. You're meeting somebody that can teach you things from things that they learned, and then you're also available to teach somebody what you have learned. And sometimes not one person can be the teacher for everything in your life. And I commend those people who have been in relationships for 10 plus years, 20 plus years. That's awesome. My biggest thing about my relationships is, all my relationships I have cheated, all right? So I wouldn't want to hurt the person that that I care about most in that way. I think they deserve a lot more from a relationship. So I am working on that as a quote unquote sex addict, recovering sex addict, whatever the case is. Um, um, and just continue working on yourself. You're worth it. Two, um, be open to new possibilities. Be open to the possibility that you guys met so you guys can connect with one another, and then you guys separated for you guys to learn different lessons and to continue to evolve as an individual. You can do it. You have the opportunities and the resources out there. Some people just get to it faster. Don't compare yourself to others because you just never know what's hiding behind the truth of what they say and what they speak. A lot of people are not comfortable speaking their truth, and that might mean that you might end up with somebody else, and that's okay. I think your first love will always be your first love, and your deepest love will always be your deepest love, and it's something that just can't commingle. But sometimes maybe you don't want just a relationship that's based off of love, that feels good in the moment, where you can cuddle and just watch movies, cook together, do things together. Maybe you need a power couple. Maybe you need somebody that can get down with you and build something ground up. And sometimes the person you're in love with is not the best person to be with when it comes to building a business or building something that you want to go for. And that's the thing about relationships, is you really don't know what you two can create. And I'm just saying, like, if you want to be single, that's fine, but there are other people here in this world that can teach you things. And then my third thing would be is be ready to be in love with somebody, and then being able to be in a relationship with someone else. Being like, where you want something that you can't have. And I think that's where I'm at in my life. I'm pretty much just gonna accept that this person at this time just doesn't love me the way that I love him, and that's okay. So, yep, I want to let you know, if you're dealing with something like that, you are not the only one. But let me tell you, you are strong, you're beautiful, you got this. There's things that you not need to, but you should work on right now while you have this time. Manifest what you want for yourself. You're a boss. You can do it. You have the opportunities and the resources out there. Some people just get to it faster. Don't compare yourself to others because you just never know what's hiding behind the truth of what they say and what they speak. A lot of people are not comfortable speaking their real emotions, because it just becomes a battle, and it's not your battle to fight. And remember, independence doesn't mean that you don't have to depend on anybody. Independence to me means that you're independent enough to accept help when you need it and to conquer when you can. So, love and light.